Okay, David, so a disappointing 1-0 defeat away at Skelmersdale today. Thoughts on the game?
We were well below par. Well below par. First half, I don't think we laid a glove on them. They had a couple of breakaways. I don't think we were brave enough in possession. I don't think we worked hard enough out of possession. I don't think we picked up second balls. And then second half, we had 25 good minutes where I thought we moved the ball pretty well and created a few half chances, and then stopped doing what got success. Overplayed. Ball speed was too low. Work rate was too low. And a soft goal to concede. So overall, very bad day at the office. Very frustrating.
There was a couple of shouts for penalties towards the end. Did you see much of them? Thoughts on them?
I thought the one in the first half was probably the most clear penalty, where Keogh had his shirt more or less taken off him. I think the referee didn't give it because he didn't think he was going to get the ball, which is irrelevant. He's not going to get the ball if somebody's swinging off the back of him. I didn't see much in the second half. There was a lot of action in the box, but I didn't see anything that was even close to a penalty. I just thought our final touch and quality wasn't good enough.
Are you disappointed that the games that we've lost this season, and this comes into it, you've said already 6 points that we've dropped, that does this sit as another 3 points with those 6?
I'd probably put this more in the Rams bottom camp, where I don't think we deserved anything out of the game. I think we're talking about 6 points we've dropped, where we've drawn games and perhaps should have won them. I think if I look at Trafford, big individual errors are key points, and meant we deserved nothing from the game. Rams one, we just didn't turn up, and I thought today wasn't as bad as Rams one, but it wasn't far off it. I just thought too many players were below par, too many players went through the motions, nobody took ownership, responsibility, got a grip of the game. It was only really in the second half we sort of came to life a bit in the last 10 minutes as we chased it. And that isn't good enough. That doesn't get you in the playoffs. That doesn't win you things.
Is it a disappointment as well that, like you said, those 25 minutes we looked like we were the team who was going to go and win the game? We just couldn't put the ball away, and then they've gone up and scored, and that's killed it for us.
Yeah, the quality around the box wasn't good enough. The final ball, the finishing wasn't good enough when we did work an opening, and then it was a really, really soft goal. I just thought we overplayed at the back. We let them back into the game. They got more on the front foot, poor clearance into midfield, and just a long straight ball over the top. And between Jack and Tom, they just got it all wrong.
And you had only 3 subs on the bench today. We spoke last week about being a bit light on numbers. Any news on that front?
There is. I mean, talk about frustrating. I put it in the programme notes last week, and this week's been even more frustrating. So we've got somebody missing with a wedding, somebody on holiday. We had somebody on holiday last week. We've got holidays coming up. We've got Crystal Prifty who missed today because he's ill, but then goes off to Albania. So we've had spring players in. We got two done yesterday. One of them couldn't play today because he's off on trial with a league club this weekend, which was only confirmed late last night. We thought it might happen, but didn't get confirmed till fairly late on. And the other one's a loan from a football league club, and we needed to get the paperwork done by noon yesterday, and couldn't quite get that one over the line, which is ridiculous. In a semi-professional league where you've got lads working at, John's working as a secretary. He's doing his hardest to try and get something done. And the league thinks it's 12 noon on a Friday is a sensible cut-off time. Make it midnight. Give people a fighting chance when they're home from work. It doesn't. It's just like the league doesn't want to make things easy for us, which is is frustrating. So overall, football hasn't been very kind to me this week.
It's a disappointing result and not the best day, but we've got a moment to celebrate, sort of in a dark moment, with Andy Keogh today making his 300th appearance for the club. What can you say about the man?
Probably not much hasn't been said before by lots of people. He's a great leader. He's a great bloke on and off the pitch. He does take responsibility. He does take accountability, and he's a very good footballer at this level. Still, he's adapted. He plays more as a 9 this season. He's adapted to that. Everything you want out of a captain and more. He's very, very good servant of the club and a great bloke. Very lucky to have inherited him, and hopefully we can see quite a few more appearances on top of that 300.
And sit himself in the list of legends that are on that board at the moment.
Yeah, no, and deservedly so. I think he's done an awful lot for the club and continues to.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Nathan.